Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Wallace. I'm a trader and coach, and it's a pleasure to be back here on Investing Channel this morning. And what I thought I'd talk about is a couple of instruments that are of interest to myself, and perhaps they may be of interest to yourselves. Well, if we look at my first chart, and what we're showing today is the dollar index, and this is a weekly chart. Very simple charts that I have here. You can see there's just green bullish, red bearish candles, blue 20-period moving average, and a red 50-period moving average. As I said, this is a weekly chart, and I've taken an interest in this because for the last couple of years, really, we've just seen the dollar grind north for various reasons that fundamental analysts could cover better than myself. As a trader, I'm just looking to trade what I see, and what I saw there around about September, August time last year was that kind of double top that we saw there, nicely on the printing on the weekly chart. Price fell away to that 50-period moving average, which acted as a bit of a line in the sand. Price rallied up from it, back up to around about that kind of 98.50, 98.80 area, where it formed, to me, a nice lower high with a sort of rejection candle. Price dropped away, and we got beneath that 50-period moving average. This starts to sort of give me a bit of interest in terms of, will we perhaps see a weaker dollar in 2020? So what I'm looking at the moment is just for it to sort of maybe just see if it'll rally up back in towards that blue 20-period moving average. I did a piece on Investing Channel a few months back about the power of the 20-period moving average. And what I'll be doing is I'll be interested to see, will that now start to act as dynamic resistance? If it moves up to there, gives me a rejection candle, I'll be looking to be short across the dollar pairs. If we look on my next chart, which is just really the daily chart of that dollar index, and you can see that sort of price action play out as I've just described. And where I'm looking at it at the moment, on the daily chart, price is just sat there under the 50 and the 200-period moving average. I'm expecting it to sort of rally up into that area, around about that kind of 97.60, 97.80 area. We're taking an idea of what actually will price do when it gets there. As I say, if it looks to reject that area, then I'm looking to sort of be a short bias on my US dollar pair. So that's one to sort of just keep an eye on the watch list for the next week or so in your own portfolios. If we move across to my next chart, well, here's a chart that's something a little bit different, and what we're looking at here is palladium. Once again, there are fundamental analysts who can give you a fantastic insight into the wheres and the wherefore-outs about how palladium has moved over the last 5 years. But what I'm looking for there as a trader is, I'm just looking to sort of try and trade a trend. And I think, hopefully you can agree with me there that has been quite a beautiful trend. Really, since about the last 5 years, if you bought palladium back at 500 about 5 years ago, then fair play to you. Well, tip of the hat to you. But what I've been looking at is that, we can just see that how that, that is a clear chart. And I try to tell new traders and investors that if you're looking for a trend, the trend should leap off the chart at you. And hopefully you'd agree that that's what that's doing there. If we look down there onto my next chart, which is the 4-hour chart, well, as I said, we can see that price has been almost melting up there. It's almost getting into a euphoric stage. And I was looking here on the 4-hour chart, and last week I started to see sort of price just move away from that blue 20-period moving average, and I was just starting to take an interest in that. Was there an opportunity that perhaps price was going to take a little bit of a breather, maybe even a sort of a tactical short, as there was some profit taking before price moved down to an area where it would be a better long-term buy? And at the start of this week, I looked at looking at price action there. I was looking, well, is there a possibility of a double top forming there on the 4-hourly chart? So immediately that goes onto my watch list just to keep an eye on it. Maybe there's an opportunity presenting itself for me. But as you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, that 20-period moving average has acted as dynamic support again. And we can see that this week price has just rocketed away there to new highs there. For new highs for 2020, new highs for probably about the last 10, 20 years in terms of palladium. So, if you're already long in palladium, congratulations, well done. If you're watching it, I'd be watching this on my, put it on my kind of list to watch. If you're an active trader, maybe even you look at on the 1-hour chart there, there's some nice little opportunities there for tactical trades. Alternatively, just watch and see how this trend develops over the next days and weeks. I hope you found that useful. I wish you the best of success in your own trading investing, and I look forward to speaking to you soon on Investing Channel. Many thanks.